Welcome back to Joy Recaps, movie story recap here. Today, I'm going to recap an American horror thriller film called The Loved Ones. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. The film begins with a man named Brent driving a car. He's driving with his father. They're conversing. Suddenly, a bloodied boy appears in front of their car. Their car had crashed into a tree, and they ended up saving him. Brent's father dies as a result of this accident. 6 months later, we see Brent has succumbed to depression as a result of his father's death. And he begins to experiment with various drugs, because he used to blame his father's death on himself. A razor blade hung from his necklace. He used it to punish himself by making cuts on his hand. Lola Stone, a girl in Brent's college, invites him to the college promenade dance. Brent, on the other hand, rejects it because he has a plan with his friend Holly. Then Holly goes to pick up Brent and drops him off somewhere near his house. Brent tells Holly as he gets out of the car that Lola Stone has invited him to the promenade dance. Brent's mother enters the house and inquires about his plans for the promenade dance. He responds, "I'll go by Holly's car." His mother forbids it, suggesting to take a hired car. A train driver, she believes, is a better driver. Brent's father died because his mother was depressed. He also believes that Brent is to blame for his father's death. Brent was forced to obey all of his mother's restraints. It has now prohibited the use of a car. Brent leaves the location after hearing it. He walks his dog to a high steep rock to commit suicide. But he refuses to commit. He comes to a halt and begins to listen to music while sitting. After a while, he receives a phone call from his mother. He is almost ready to answer the phone when he is intercepted and rendered senseless by someone on the other end. That diver takes him away by loading him into a pickup truck. Brent's mother reaches for the high steep rock while searching, because she is aware that he will have arrived. Despite her best efforts, she does not find him. Holly, on the other hand, arrives there after getting ready to go to the promenade dance. She only knocks on the door of Brent's house when Brent's mother appears. She immediately inquires, "Where is Brent?" Holly, on the other hand, is completely unaware of him. Then his mother contacts Paul, a neighbor and police officer. She tells about Brent, who has gone missing. But he does not take it serious, because Brent was accustomed to doing so. When she tells him that their dog has also been attacked by someone, he takes it seriously. Someone had beaten their dog severely. Holly is transporting it to the hospital, but it died on the way. Then we notice the same pickup truck that Brent was taken in after his kidnapping. On the road, there is a dead animal. That truck driver takes it. The truck then comes to a stop in front of the house, and we notice Lola Stone and her father inside. And they were Brent's captors. Lola Stone is in her room, and her father, Eric, has brought her a dress. She starts putting on her dress in front of her father, who is staring at her all the time. Brent awakens to find himself seated on a chair in a nice dress. Brent is flanked by his father and daughter. Another lady named Brent had a strange mark on her forehead. Brent attempts to flee, but he is restrained. They adored their house as a promenade dance venue. They were also planning their own dance party. She kidnapped Brent after he declined her invitation to the promenade dance. She then infuses a packed peroxide needle into Brent's vocal cords. As a result, his vocal cords have been damaged, and he can shriek for as long as he wants. Eric takes the photos of both, and he again takes photo of them with Brent. Lola Stone is uneasy around Brent. Except for Brent, they're all eating now. And Lola Stone tries to force the food into her mouth. It means she is not her mother, because Lola Stone mistreats her. Brent is also their prisoner. She moves on to Brent after Brent and tries to force feed him chicken. Brent, on the other hand, keeps his mouth shut. Then she says, "It's finger-licking good," referring to KFC. But Brent doesn't respond on her single word. Then Eric appears with a hammer. While Eric beats the hammer on the table, Lola Stone questions. As a result, Brent is forced to respond. He nods in response. She asks him to lick her finger as he nods. Brent has to lick her finger because her father is sitting in front of him with a hammer in his hand. Brent then needs to use the restroom, but she requests that she empty the glass. He does not do so because he does not require it. He was looking for a way out. Bringing hammer near him, Eric tells Brent that "I had killed your dog with hammer nail." Then Eric pulls out a nail and threatens to nail him if he doesn't urinate in 10 seconds. The father and daughter then begin counting backwards. As a result, Brent needs to urinate. Brent, in turn, kicks Lola Stone, who has fallen backward. He attempts to flee by releasing himself. He hides himself under their pickup truck while running outside. Eric pursues him and starts his pickup truck, which is parked nearby. While driving his pickup truck backwards, he notices Brent. Then he chases him with his pickup truck, laughing. Brent immediately climbs a tree, and the pickup truck collides with the tree. At the same time, that girl arrives, and both begin throwing stones at Brent. Brent loses his senses and falls to the ground as a stone lands on his head. They take him inside after picking him up. They stab his feet with knives while adjusting him in the chair, so he can't get away. And Paul, who is looking for Brent at the high steep rock. He does not find Brent, but instead uses his cell phone in hands-free mode. He hands Holly and his mother over. Lola Stone then shows Brent a scrapbook. It demonstrates that she has been doing so, and it is not the first time. Captivation has been at the heart of their history. After her kidnapping, his insane father brings her boys. She initially enjoys them before killing them. Brent had to face the same consequences even if he went to the promenade dance. Then, pointing to her scrapbook, she tells about Timmy Valentine, a boy who escaped from there. He was the same boy who had appeared in front of Brent's car as a result of his father's death. Then he realizes that it was not the boy who caused his father's death, but the insane father and daughter. Timmy Valentine is the son of Paul Valentine, a police officer. Brent was this year's victim in their scrapbook. One photo was there while other photo was still left. Brent's picture is still missing. Her father continues to praise her while she carves Brent's body. She carves a heart on his body with the letters L and S in it. She's been doing it since she was a child. She used to write L and S while carving the same heart on everyone's body. It stands for Lola Stone. They apply salt to his wounds after carving. Brent's agony grows worse. Then he announces the queen's name in the promenade dance. Then Lola Stone is chosen as queen from among all the girls. Brent blows the whistle to it forcefully because they want to celebrate the party. The year's queen is then crowned. Eric photographs them once more. Now is the time to dance. Brent's feet were pierced with knives. Her father was pouring a small amount of colored papers. However, she does not feel comfortable with Brent, so she begins dancing with her father. She discovers that her father is her true prince. Then they slaughtered the animal they had picked up on the way. Opening a sliding door, they'd pour water there. Different sounds were being heard from the inside of door. Eric pulls a drill machine from the tool case and brings it to the table. He hands it over to his daughter. She drills a hole in Brent's head. This was the same mark that had been discovered on Pretice's forehead. She makes a large hole in his skull. Now they want to do one more thing. She'll bring the boiling water and pour it on Brent's head. As a result, his brain will be pulped, rendering him lifeless. He'll turn into Pretice and be thrown into the basement. Many people are like him. They proceed to pour the boiled water into his head hole, but it appears to them to be small. Then, while drilling a hole in his head to expand, Eric is attacked by Brent with a razor blade that Brent was using to open his strings. He kills Eric by pulling the knives from his feet. He throws him into the basement, where many people begin eating him. He is observing everything, but Lola Stone also throws him there when he arrives. She then notices her deceased father acting erratically. She then closes the door. Everyone attacks Brent after he notices a torch light and turns it on. However, he puts everyone to death. There's also the heap of bones. Then Lola Stone murders Pretice. Holly, on the other hand, recalls Brent's words that Lola Stone had invited him to the promenade dance. She informs Paul, who immediately departs for Lola Stone's residence. Paul peeps through the door of Lola Stone's house and notices a large amount of blood spread there. He enters by breaking the door. Brent also feels the arrival of someone there. He makes a noise, alerting Paul to the fact that he is hidden there. He searches him as he opens the door. Lola Stone attacks him with a tool and throws him down at the same time. Brent takes Paul's pistol and begins firing on her, but all bullets are wasted because she takes a side. Then she tells Brent as she is going to his house to kill his mother, as she had killed his father. Afterward, she will also finish Holly. After saying it, she walks away because she does not know how to drive. Brent considers his options. He devises a strategy, and with the help of dead bodies, he is able to escape. Holly is also on her way to Lola Stone's home, and they run into each other on the way. Lola Stone, seeing Holly, throws her scrapbook on his car, causing Holly to apply the brakes immediately. She gets into the car and assaults Holly, who is attempting to flee. Brent also arrives at the area, driving Paul's car at full speed. He attempts to put an end to her. Holly unexpectedly appears in front of him, but Brent saves her. While Lola Stone is hit from behind by a car, Holly enters the car and is terrified when she sees Brent's condition. They notice Lola Stone on the back side, who continues to crawl towards them despite her bones being broken. Then Brent reverses his car with high speed and Lola Stone is dead. Brent returns to his house to see her mother, and the film concludes here as well.